Okay. Got this.
Danielle, is the sun out over there? You have sunshine?
Yeah, what is that
Right.
like?
Yeah, it's pretty like nice out. I mean, there's some clouds in the sky, but yeah, it's really nice.
Well, send some over here, will you?
Really?
Yeah,
It's still
yeah.
cloudy over here.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
Sorry, it took me a while to find the unmute in the mouse thing. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I can imagine.
Mhm.
All right. Okay, so our theme for this session, this practice, is around water, emotions, health, of course, is majorly important. So I've asked you all who are here live to get a glass full of water, and we're going to do something with that. So have it by your mat if you would. And we'll do it at the start when we start our centering. But just to reiterate from before we turned on the recording, water is very important to hydrate the body, of course, physically. But if you don't get enough water, your kidneys tend to react. They can kind of shut down a little bit. And then that causes anxiety because your nervous system needs that hydration and the kidneys to be hydrated and flowing. So, so anybody who is watching the recording of this will also want a glass of water. It doesn't have to be a big glass, but it needs to be full so that you can see when we drink part of it, okay? So, and then I have a meditation for emotional balance, which is something that you can do when we're looking at unpleasant things, world events, or you know, the outer environment, and it kind of frustrates us or causes us. Sometimes people feel anxious about it. This will be a great meditation for emotional balance. And it's easy, you can do it seated, and we will do that today. All right, so water. I have tea in this one, so. So we'll center first, and then we'll do a little exercise. With our water. So, and I need to turn off my sounds because if I don't, the phone is going to ring. So letting go now. Letting go of the day. Here we are in the middle of the week already. Allow yourself to relax from the day, the week, the hour, whatever might be going on with you, or maybe nothing, just relax. So, let your shoulders drop down from your ears. You can close your eyes if you wish. Bring your attention to your breath and just notice your breathing pattern, however that is for you today. Now, for a moment, as you relax, just notice if there are any residual feelings that may have been stored in your body mind. When I poured my glass of water, I couldn't see very well over in the corner, but it's a water container, and my water spilled, which whenever you spill anything, it's a good indication that there are emotions that have not been acknowledged, and we need to open up to whatever those might be and perhaps the underlying cause of them. If it's something you can do something about, then make mental note. If it's something beyond your control, then it may be necessary to acknowledge the emotion and then let it go, let the issue go. Just as an aside, if things happen in your routine, your daily routine, where there's something that burns, like cooking, something you're burning on the stove, or if you burn your finger cooking or baking, that would represent some sort of anger. Fire is also joy, but if we hurt ourselves with it, or if there's something that's more on the destructive side, then that's possibly an indication. So you just need to check in with yourself. Okay. Check in with your physical body for sensations. And then we'll attune to breath, just starting with palms in Anjali Mudra and circling up. Breathe. And breathe out. Nice long exhale. One more round. Deep breath. And breathe out. Long and slow. And now we'll reach for our glass or cup of water. So hold it just above eye level so that you're looking up at it. And mentally, or you can say it verbally if you wish, this is all I have to do to find an answer to the problem I now have in mind. So if there's any issue going on in your life that you need a solution for, bring that to mind. Then just say to yourself, this is all I have to do to find an answer to this problem that I now hold in my mind. You can ask a question or ask for an answer or an insight into whatever this issue might be. Once you have done that, once you have it clear in your mind, and that this is all you have to do to find a solution, to receive an answer to the problem you're holding in mind, then drink half of the water. Then set it aside. Before you go to bed tonight, take this water and set it next to your bed. Then when you wake up in the morning, take your glass, the half that's left, and hold it above your eye level. And once again, repeat, holding that issue in your mind. And just say to yourself, this is all I have to do to find an answer to this issue that I now have in mind, or this asking for insight or solution, whatever it is you're seeking. Then after you repeat that, you drink that second half of the water and wait. It might be a day, an hour, it could take 3 days, but generally within 3 days, you'll have some sort of an answer or solution. So give it a try. And today's Wednesday, so if you're here on Friday morning, you can let me know how it went. Otherwise, just send me a text and see if something came for you, and just share that if you're willing to. If it's really private, then of course not. Just keep it private, but you will get an answer. All right, so let's just stretch a little bit, reach your arms out, lift them up, interlace fingers and turn your palms upward. And reach more and more. Lift and press your arms back, just a few bounces back to open the shoulders and to loosen the upper back, around the neck, and start some circles. Take your arms back and down, and bring them around front and cross them in front of your body, and then reach up once again, tall, lifted, breathe. And again, arms out and back. So you're making as big a circle as you can. And one more, cross the other arm over top if you remember what you started with. And lift. And move with the breath as you lower down, open, and then bring your arms back and interlace your fingers behind you. Open the shoulders as you draw your arms away, lift them up behind you. And if you wish, you can take your head back. Squeeze as you lift your chin. And then lean forward and draw your arms down your back. You lean forward so your hands aren't hitting the floor. To give you a stretch, pulling the shoulders down. This pulls your clavicle bones down and helps to open the throat chakra. And then release and shake out your arms. Bend your elbows. Circle in your wrists. We want to lubricate our joints. And fingers, lots of joints in there. There's a chakra with every joint. Okay. Now bring your upper arms against your ribs and then separate your hands so that your hands are in line with your elbows and your elbows are in line with your shoulders. And then bring the thumb in and wrap your fingers around the thumb and draw the hand, the thumb toward you, the thumb knuckle, and then stretch it forward. So I'll turn sideways so that it might show up a little better. So forward and pull back, but you're all lined up. Forward and back. This can help stretch to prevent carpal tunnel or just tension in the wrist. And then circle around a little bit again. Okay. Let your legs stretch out in front of you. Shake out your knees. Ankles, circle around. All right. So we'll give ourselves a little twist before we go further. So just bend your right knee. Bring the foot over the outside of the left leg and draw it in wherever it'll come, and draw the knee in, give a stretch to your thigh and your hip. And then holding on with your left arm, scoop your right arm forward for your twist. The foot on the extended leg is flexed, and then open around, take in a breath and reach up and come around into your twist. Just work with the edge, press into it on your exhale. So lift up through your crown on your inhale. Breathe out as you exhale. Draw your tummy in, and you might be able to get a little more twist in. All right, now bring your left hand down in front of you. Bring your left foot down sideways. Press down on your hands and lift your hips and slide your right leg down over your left foot. Make sure your palm is under your shoulder and then lift up into your side plank. If this seems a little difficult today, you can just let that right knee down and let that support you a little bit and stretch. But use the core muscles. Bring your left arm up next to your ear. Now breathe your arm up and lift your hips and lower down. Breathe up and down. One more. Breathe up and down. Bring your front hand down, your left hand, lower your hips down and take your legs for the other side. So the right leg will be extended. Bring the left leg over. Reach up tall through your crown. Stretch in your leg, loosen up in your hip. And then holding on with your right arm, scoop it forward with the left. Breathe. Take your time. Lift as you breathe. And then breathe out as you come around and down. Maintaining the flexed ankle on the extended leg. And then bring your right hand down onto the mat. The right foot across the mat. Press down on your hands and that extended foot and lift up. Slide your left leg down so the foot is laying on top of the right foot, and bring your arm up into side plank. Gonna get Marshall into the side plank, right? Okay. Now bring your arm up, next to your ear. And as you lift your arm, lift your hips up, down, up, down, breathe it up, and down, and hold, reach, nice and long. And then bring that right hand forward, bend your left knee, let your hips down onto the mat, and come into puppy stretch. Okay. Now with arms extended, we're going to bring hips forward, legs and feet, ankles together. Let your hips come forward, long spine. Pull away from your knees, engage your hips. Lift in your belly, lift in your chest, your crown. Oh, what a wonderful stretch that is. So no holding anywhere except for your arms. So let your back relax into the arch. Let your belly relax. Breathe. And just keep relaxing into the stretch. Let your hips relax towards the mat. All right, now start to bend your elbows and allow your pubic triangle, your hips to come down onto the mat. Lift your shoulders, breathe. Take them back, exhale them down. Lift the heart center, lift the chin. Hips are engaged, but relax the belly, relax the back. Press the pubic triangle down against the floor, the ground. And press on your palms and pull back once again into puppy stretch. All right. So from here, clear away any accessories near your mat. You need space for this next one. So come into regular front plank. Spread your fingers out nice and wide. Toes are turned under. Nice stretch in the calves as you press your heels away. And let's come into down dog for a moment or two. Breathe. Pull your heels down. Separate your feet. Hip width. And just loosen up your ankles and calf muscles and backs of your legs. Come back into plank and let your knees down. Just come up onto your knees and loosen up in your elbows and your wrists. I want you to be nice and warmed up for this next one. Squeeze fingers, just get everything lubricated and circulation going and movement. Okay. So this is for our wheelbarrow plank. Come into front plank and we'll go to the left first. So feet are slightly apart, but start to walk your hands to the left. We're going to go in a circle all the way around. So you just adjust your feet a little bit. So that you can pivot. Forgot about the wall here. Feel your belly. All right. Let your knees down. Relax for a moment. Up onto your knees. Circle around in your wrists. fingers, arms. All right. Now we're going to go to the right. So into front plank. Activate your core and start your walk to the right. Back to starting spot. Let your knees down. Let the tops of your feet down. Pull back into puppy stretch. And bring the palms in, toes under for downward facing dog. Lift. Relax the heels down. Step or hop your feet in towards your hands. Lift your hips. Come into ragdoll or head to knee pose. Let your feet be separated about hip width. Slowly we'll lift up, arms out to the side. Lengthen out from your hips, draw your tummy in, navel to spine. Nice long line. Reversing swan. Bring arms up overhead. Palms together down in front of your body. And just find your center on your feet. Center between heels and toes. And center between left and right, side to side. Okay. Focus on a spot. Taking a breath. And shift the weight over to your right foot. Lift your left knee. Balance. And lower down. Ready for the other side. Breathe. Shift the weight to your left. Breathe your right knee up. Focus on your spot. And lower down. Okay, now this time, breathe. Breathe out as you shift the weight to your right foot. Lift your left knee and twist to your left. Lower that leg, come back to center. Breathe, prepare for the other side. Breathe out as you come onto your left foot and come to your right. And lower down as you come back to center and shake it all out. All right. Since we did our wheelbarrow planks, let's do a little stretch for our arms. Just interlace fingers behind you. Lift your arms. All right. Now, for our upper arms, this really works if you do it consistently, especially. That's the hard part. But take your arms out. We've done this before. Rotate the arms so that the thumbs go back. And then bring your arms around behind you. Lift it up as high as they'll go and bring them in as close together as they'll come. So you're lifting and bringing in. Now your chin can go down or up, but keep the arms long and pull in as stretched as you can go, as far as your body will allow. And then press in, 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 in. Breathe. Keep the arms straight and long. And now release. I didn't count that time. Usually I do. You can work your way up to 100 and enjoy that stretch. Now we're going to stretch out our triceps. So bring your right arm up next to your ear, bend the elbow and reach for it with the left hand. See if you can get it behind your head. Press your head against your arm. And feet can be separated as far as you want, up to mat width. Toes forward. Breathe and lift up through your elbow and through your crown. Breathe out as you go over to your left. Now press down firmly in your feet. Use your core muscles and lift back up to center. Unwind your arms and bring your left arm in this time. Reach for it. Drop back behind your head if you can. Lift tall. Taking a breath. And over to your right. Open the shoulder, press the head back if you can. Now press firmly down into the ground and roll back up and unwind the arms. Circle around in the shoulders. Reverse. And the standing twist. Okay, come back seated on your mat. This is the meditation for emotional balance, especially good for women. All right. It is essential for those times when one is worried, upset, doesn't know what to do, or is on the verge of rage. Sometimes it shows up in driving, doesn't it? And you see people. So it says before practicing this meditation, drink a glass of pure water, preferably at room temperature. So you've already had half a glass. I think that will suffice in this instance. You're welcome to repeat this using the recording, and then you can use a full glass if you wish. So here she says, where there is an imbalance of water in the system and the kidneys are pressurized, there's a tendency toward anxiety and upset behavior. From a scientific point of view, water is the medium that increases electrical potential across cell membranes, which is essential for the proper functioning of the nervous system. The combination of drinking water followed by applying pressure at the armpits with raised shoulders and a neck lock creates the tight lock on the entire upper body. Combined with a natural slow breathing rate, this locked posture forms an automatic brake that is applied to the brain. The brain cannot continue its previous pattern of thinking, and within a short amount of time, a balance is restored. Anyone, especially subscribers, anyone that has high blood pressure, a neck injury, or heart problems should consult with your physician before practicing this meditation. So you sit in easy pose. You cross your arms in front of your body and bring your palms. You want your palm open. The thumb can be in front of the armpit, but the rest of the hand underneath the armpit. Bring your hands under your armpits. Let your arms down. Now, take in a breath and raise your shoulders up towards your ears. On the exhale, press your head back. That is a neck lock. And if you can tighten your throat as well. You start with maybe 2 or 3 minutes and work up to holding this for 11 minutes. This is a break. Breaks stop. If you feel uncomfortable, just come out of it, unwind. Press down on your armpits. Now, if you're comfortable with it, lift your head back to center. Press your neck back. It's like drawing in your chin, but you're not taking your head back. It's a straight spine and back. And then raise your shoulders up. This creates the neck lock. You can also tighten around in the front of your throat. And then release your shoulders down. So the first part of it we used that to squeeze tension out. The actual neck lock is the cervical spine is long, it's straight and tall. And then you pull your chin back. And lift your shoulders up, squeeze under the armpits. So this is like a big brake, like on a truck, like the semi trucks. And then just release, let your shoulders come down. If you wish, you can turn your head side to side. Circle around in your shoulders a couple times. And use that anytime you feel worried or anxious. And now we'll finish it off with Shavasana, just coming down onto your back for some relaxation. Reaping the benefits of your practice today. Shavasana is where transformation happens. And so breathe 3 deep breaths, and on each exhale, make it long and allow your body to sink down into the ground. Letting go of every cell, letting it all open up and relax. Bring in the light through your crown. White light, white light, white light, white light. Bring it into your body and fill your body with the light. As you relax and deepen. Allow your strength to express itself through you to the point where you can become soft. Let go of judgment, expectation. Be here, now. Now become aware of your body. Notice your arms, your hips pressing down. Maybe your legs feel heavy. Notice your head and neck. Gently take your head side to side, just slow, easy moves. Stretch it to one side, breathe, breathe out to the other side. Now press your low back down and press your navel into your spine. And then bend your knees, but place your feet on the floor and let your knees go over to one side into a tiny little twist. Then up and over to the other side. And then draw your knees into your chest and stretch. You're welcome to bring your head up towards your knees if you wish. Then roll to one side and press up into sitting, into easy pose. Bring palms into your mudra of preference. Take note of how you feel compared to when we began our session today. Physically, mental, emotional, and spiritual joy factor. And having sealed all those benefits in with your mudra, bring palms into prayer hands or Anjali mudra. And may your emotions flow through you unobstructed, free flowing, honoring every one of them. And let the good times roll. Namaste. Remember to take your water with you when you go back to the rest of your house, wherever you're headed, but remember to take it and set it by your bed and drink the other half in the morning, holding it in front, just above your eyes, third eye level, really.
Ah, yes.
Yeah. And then saying that, what does it say?
That's what I was going to ask.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Something
could,
about-
it's only a sentence. I could type it up and send it in a text so that you have it.
Ah,
Because in the morning, it's like, what was
I know,
that? You know,
right.
In
so
the morning right now. What was that?
yeah,
Yes.
That's
this
right.
is all I have to do to find an answer to the problem I now have in mind. This is all I have to do to find an answer to the problem or issue. It doesn't have to be a problem. It could be something you're looking for an answer or a solution to, you know, whatever comes to mind. And you can do this like on different days with different topics.
Mhm.
Every
Okay,
day.
God, can you hear me? This is what I
Yes.
have in mind.
Right.
Well, thank you very much. It was a very interesting evening of yoga.
Yes,
Yeah.
it was. And
Well,
I do
good.
feel,
Different stuff that
I do
raised
feel more
that neck
relaxed.
lock and
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, now I actually, here, let me turn this off so our discussion isn't all